acquired target. Oh, I missed. Hello and welcome to the Musty Game Dev. I'm here with another video. We love games and we love game development. Alright, so I wanted to just make a quick short video today about Meta Horizon. Now, why am I talking about Meta Horizon? So, obviously on this channel, we've been mainly talking about UEFN, Unreal Editor for Fortnite, which is a UGC game development platform or user generated content game development platform, right? And as most of you already know, most game development happens with like an engine that is either made from scratch or that is purchased like with a license fee or one they use for free like Unity or Unreal or Godot. And I haven't covered all those engines on this channel. I hope to do that at some point soon. But we've been using UGC platforms like UEFN because it's really fast, it's simple. You can actually deploy a game pretty quickly. But I just discovered a couple weeks ago, and I've been working on trying to create some actual long form video content for this platform. That Meta Horizon Worlds or Horizon Worlds made by Meta, aka Facebook, they released a desktop editor, or essentially they released their own engine that you can make your own Horizon Worlds with. Now, if you know what this is, what this kind of looks like, this very, kind of, they're not the best graphics here, of course. Um, and these games look kind of chill here, kind of very casual. But you know that this platform has been mainly for VR, virtual reality. So if you have a Oculus Quest or a Quest or Meta Quest as they're called now, then you can play this. But the new biggest thing out now with this desktop editor that I've noticed is that you can actually go to these games. Like if I were to right click and open up a new tab here, Sea of Fire, if you sign in, you can visit this world and actually play it on mobile as it says here. Or if you check out, let's see here, like Sky Meadow, this is available in VR, but like I can also, as you can see here, I can actually enter this world and move around here on my web browser. And there's my avatar. I'm jumping. I'm running. Let's see if I can go collect some items over here. And I can actually be in this world, be in this game with other players. I don't see any other players at the moment, but it looks like there's a player right there. Oh, cool. So it's pretty cool. Like that's like easy multiplayer publishing development right there. Let me escape and go back to the web browser. But for the longest time to like make these worlds, you had to make them within the VR headset, within the VR app itself, Horizon Worlds. So now they have this thing called a desktop editor, and you can get started on it today. It's free to download, it's free to sign up. You just have to be 13 and above. You have to be age 13 and above to check it out. But it's really simple. It's the fastest publishing that I've ever seen in any game platform that I've experienced so far, where you can get it published and people could play it instantly if you send them a link. You could honestly open up one of their tutorial worlds and publish in like 10 minutes. Now, I'm not going to show you that today because I am actually working on my own world here, as you can see right here. But this is the world's desktop editor. Pretty chill. They have tons of tutorials here, and also, as you saw earlier, they have guided walkthroughs, lots of documentation. You can start here. Let me open up this one here. Let's start building. So this starts here with your create your first world tutorial, and then that should coincide with it opening up one of these. I guess not. I guess it did it for the other one. So This will take you through introductory tutorial part two. So you just create a new world. So open up the desktop here, desktop editor, go to new world. And so while this is opening up, this editor, you need to have a Facebook or Meta account essentially. So I think if you have an Instagram account, that should work. If you have a Facebook account, that works. So if you're not into that, if you're wary of Facebook, wary of Meta, I totally understand. But if you're open to it, like this could be another opportunity for game development that is making it very easy for people to share games really quickly, to play games together very quickly. It almost seems like they're not going after the Fortnite space, but I would say they're going after more of the Roblox space with this launch of this engine. I don't know how long they're going to keep doing this. Unfortunately, with tech companies, especially when they enter into, especially with tech companies, unfortunately, when they enter into the game development space, they tend not to be there for a very long time. Especially like a company like Meta slash Facebook, they've been in and out of games for a while. But to give them credit, they were the ones that actually started the post, Flash games era world um, with their Facebook games. And so they made a lot of that stuff popular in a again post Flash kind of world environment. But this is how the editor looks. This looks actually pretty empty compared to the first tutorial world, but you got kind of like the basics here. This looks more, and it runs more kind of like Unity, which I personally enjoy more than Unreal. Um, and the programming language is not a brand new language, which is great. So it's not like we have to learn a whole new programming language, right? Like we had to do for UEFN with Verse, but it's using a programming language called TypeScript, which is a which is a version of JavaScript that has types and is, I believe, slightly compiled. I don't think it's compiled, but it's typed JavaScript essentially, um, and it's a very chill, well-known language. And obviously, as a backup, there's JavaScript underneath, anyways, so it's all good. So you have your hierarchy here. So this is going to just tell you where things are. So this is your spawn point. And let's see. If I hit F. Okay, so just like the Unity Unreal rules, if you hit F, you'll find what you need to find. This is where you're going to spawn your avatar. So if we actually hit play or enter preview mode, this is where my avatar spins up, just like you saw in that web version of the world, right? I hit escape once to get my mouse back, but I'm still in preview mode. I hit escape twice and it'll stop the whole world sim altogether. And then if we wanted to, we can go to build. Well, let's actually move around here. I'm holding down the right mouse button and then moving with WASD, kind of like your basic movement that you would have. So there's our spawn point for our avatar. And then I can go to build here, left click, hit shapes, and then let's put in, where's my regular cube? Okay, it's kind of annoying. You don't just have the regular cube right there at the beginning. Let me just put that here. You actually have to drag it in. You can't just click. It's gonna load it in there for us. And then we hit play again, and there's a cube. And it already has kind of basic collision already set up for it already. And I can jump over it. I can jump on top of it, and there we go. And if I wanted to, I could actually publish this. I think it'll give me a warning like this doesn't do much, but I think it will still let me publish. I'm not gonna do that because I'm gonna put my I don't want to put a blank world out there. But then when you publish it, you can actually set it to be published for mobile, web, and VR. So again, if you're in a VR headset, you can play with people on web, and if they're on web, they can play with people on mobile. And this to me is what, and again, I know a lot of people don't like this guy, but what Mark Zuckerberg has been talking about for at least 2 years at his developer conferences for Quest and the metaverse kind of that he's trying to build on his platform is that it shouldn't just be about only people who are in VR or only people who are in AR. It should be about connecting everybody who can get an internet connection, right? And connect to the web and the 3D web, the metaverse. And so, yeah, if you have a Web3 capable browser, or not Web3, a 3D capable web browser, then you should be able to access the metaverse. And so this is something that I wish UEFN had personally, because I think that'd be amazing if you could play your Fortnite games on mobile, web, or on a mobile browser. That'd be amazing. But even better here is the development process, right? I put something in, I hit play, and I can instantly preview the world right then and there. Now, what about scripting? So you can look at scripts. It did not come with any new scripts here, but you can create a new script by hitting the scripts drop down, hit create new script, and we'll call this game manager. Hit enter and then wait for it to compile. You do want it to wait for it to compile. This is very much like Unity, because if you open it immediately, not all the linking and binding will be done. It's going to open up in Visual Studio Code. What else? And then, we're going to say, yes, I trust the authors. And I'm going to say allow for the TypeScript version. And that may still give us some warning, whatever is going on there. But this is TypeScript, right? So we're importing from the library Horizon slash core. This is our game manager class. It's inheriting from the Horizon component library of type of game manager. And then this is going to give us our props, which are properties that we define as input values into the component, which is called game manager. And at start, we have start here. And actually, just like JavaScript, I believe we can just do a console.log and just say hello world. We put a semicolon there, semicolons, right? And then hit save there, go back over here, and maybe see here in our console. Yes, TypeScript compilation has completed successfully. Very cool. We can actually go to our cube and go on to this side, which is the property side. So again, very much like Unity. And then attach script, game manager. And now that script has been attached. And these are kind of auto saved, so you don't even have to even worry about it. And then hit play. And here we are in the preview mode. Let me hit escape. And let's see, did we get our hello world? Yes, there we go. Hello world from the source game manager. And that's kind of like the basics right there. The extra added thing here that's crazy about this, and I haven't seen this integrated this well. Again, Unity has this as well in Unity 6. I should make a video about that, but I haven't yet, so we'll see. But this is integrated right into the platform. You don't have to pay any extra money for it. And I'm assuming this is using Meta's own AI tools on the back end. But you can actually generate 3D models. You can generate using a style reference. You can generate a skybox, textures, sound effects, ambient audio, and even generate code and set up gameplay. I've tried the code generation. It actually worked decently for something that I was working on in my world. And I also tried a 3D model. But just so I can show you here real quick, just a quick demonstration, let's just use one of the prompts, the spiky desert cactus. Now it's actually generating this for us here right on the fly in the editor itself. And it's going to generate a couple versions for us here. This is probably going to be the longest part of the video so far. I'm actually going to stop this preview mode while this happens. Um, but if I can tell you anything else, I am loving this. This is one of the best introductions into a game development environment that I've seen in a long, long time. Like, this is super, super cool. All right, so we got some preview models already here. So we got this, we got this. Wow, this is actually pretty cool. And the fact that they have AI generation built right into the engine. And I'm calling this an engine, they're calling it a desktop editor. I'm calling it engine because it's running like a game engine. So I'm going to give a good response here. I'm going to texture this model, and now it's going to generate a texture model for me right here on the fly in engine. I mean, this to me, this is the future. Like this is where we're going. Um, and again, the tools are free, and yeah, this is all right. So it looks like the texturing is gonna take a little bit longer. So I'll be back when it's done texturing, and we'll wrap up this video. Let's see here. In the meantime, let's go to Meta Horizon. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll show you my world. It's not very cool. But city top run, as you can see, says mobile and VR. And then we can go here. And this is all within the browser. This is within my Chrome browser. I mean, this just works. Okay, so this is my world. Now I just took the tutorial world, to be honest with you. And then did a couple modifications. I'm still working on building this out. But here you can collect a gem and it disappears when you collect it. No score yet. And that's it. I put that red cardboard box there. I can play again. And that's it. That's it for now. But what's cool about these spaces, especially when you're just having people hang out and it's just all connected online, is you can just have people just come in and chill. There's already a way for people to communicate via their voices. Then they can send emojis to each other. So it's already like a hangout place. Yeah, that's all I can do here. So I gotta set up more of like a game like interface here. Been working a lot. Been working a lot, y'all. And then there's a gym again. And I had a script generated just to see what it could do that would have it reappear after a couple seconds. All right, let's check back. Let's see. Okay, so there is our textured cactus. Let's save model. Now this part was kind of annoying. I think it saves the model. It just keeps doing this. It just keeps like it doesn't give you like a confirmation. So I think you just go to asset library and then you go to my assets and then gen AI assets and then there you go right here. And then all you do is just drag it out here and there we go. We have a cactus. And so if I were to hit play, there we go. And if I were to publish this and in VR mode, like I would see this like, in first person view. And then if I wanted to, I could control D and duplicate it and add another cactus and another cactus. Can I do Alt? No. Was it Shift? No. Alt Shift? Nope. Control Alt? Nope. Control Shift? Nope. Never mind. I was thinking of the UFN way, the cool way, the Unreal way. But yeah, I mean, let's zoom in here on some of this detail. Let's see. Can I get in close? Ah. So it looks really good from afar, and as you can see, it's very disgusting up close. So I mean, it is generated AI art, and it is only meant for like, um, not it's not high fidelity. It's not meant for high fidelity at all. We're not trying to make um Battlefield 6 or something with this art. But I mean, again, if you're a person that says like, "Oh, I can't make art because I'm a programmer," then here you go. Or if you're an artist that's like, "I can't make code because I'm an artist," like you can generate, your code here. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share with y'all. Check out the site. Again, you don't have to sign up. Just as long as you have a Facebook account, you'll be a meta developer and you can start publishing. And then as far as monetization goes, I'll have to cover that in another video. But yeah, let me know what you think and take care.
Musty, musty, musty game dev. Ugh, it's musty in here.